And let's continue what we have started. Now maybe I will not much spend for drawing, and maybe even will not fix it by writing. Sorry, maybe. First, what we are trying to do? We trying to talk about so-called part supply conditions. If necessary, we may open again in our chat. We had it already somewhere. The only thing I hope not so far ago. When we talked about Sylvan story. It's another group. Oh my, I made mistake. When we talk about the cognition of Sylvan frame, yeah, we started with pictures. We broke. What I was saying, like frame, what frame looks like. Yeah? Frame strangers, what GL looks like. Where is this picture? Assembling by skill. How far ago it was, that one? Seems like we started it a month ago. No? 8th of November. Almost month. Oh, Sylvan the champion. Interesting. Interesting, Sylvan. What it's about? Sylvan. Sylvanich, да? Hisham. Hisham Sylvanich.
Himash.
I will check it out after. Look, I'm talking about those things. Description of what part looks like before assembling. What set of holes, what set of contours, let it be, they have. No, first, each time, no, practically each time, not each time. In our skin, we have allowance. With respect to the final view of panel, now it has extra pieces, allowances. And these allowances, they also have facets with holes. Look, CFHBH, where we see CFHBH, we might say that skin is not finished by contour. No? And it means that if we try to explain these conditions for skin each time, we're writing something like, sorry, trying to find place, skin, allowance, ой, что ж такое, allowance by contour, and let's do less size of face. Allowance by contour, 20 millimeters. Sorry, 20 millimeters. What else about skin? No, I can't move it right now if only I finish to write. Yeah? What else about skin? 3 base holes diameter. 3 BH. Sign of diameter, I don't remember where to take it. So I will type it like this. Diameter 5H7. And what also it has? It has assembly holes, which amount you need to count. How many assembly holes it has? Look, 4 assembly holes in each stringer. How many stringers? One. One. Hisham. Hisham Silvanich, help me.
It's Himash Selvanovich. You just call me Selvan. It's there is 8 stringers. Eight
Yeah,
stringers.
8 stringers. Each stringer has 4 holes. How many holes for stringers? Assembly holes.
32 assembly holes for
Exactly.
stringers.
And for frames, look, each frame has 3 assembly holes. How many assembly holes
So
altogether?
12 assembly holes for
Well,
frames.
да. We might write them separately, or we may see all together how many assembly holes we have. I wrote it in a paper, 44, 32 plus 12. Mhm. So here we might type 32 plus 12 assembly holes and their diameter supposed to be. Now let it be diameter 3.1 millimeter. It means that we have rivet 3 millimeter and we are not going to improve this holes, for instance. Like this. It was a skin. Let's jump to another method. Here, look. Uh, Again, allowance by contour and 3 base holes. No, the same, yes? What about assembly holes? Look, for stringers, do we have assembly holes now or not? Stringers located to the outer contour of locator.
No assembly holes.
No assembly holes for stringers, but we yet have assembly holes. Oh, sorry, not that one. Yeah? But we yet have assembly holes for frames, which I forgot to show. That's great. I haven't shown them in this scheme. It also should be so shown. Just wait a second. But somewhere here they should be shown with this science assembly hole. I've shown them in the general view, but forgot to show here. Assembly hole and somewhere here also assembly hole. Yeah? Ah, wait a second. It's in cross section at this place. Assembly hole and no, let it be here, for instance. This. Generally, they must coincide this plane and cross section, top view and cross section. Так, and what does it mean in this place? No, I will not repeat. I will just take it and delete some. Here you have allowance by contour 20 millimeter with 3 BH diameter, да? And you have only assembly holes for frame, like this. This difference in technique already have resulted in difference in part supply condition already. What about next technique? Look, when we attach skin, they last to the ready skeleton of surface at all. In this case, we might insist even that it has no neither assembly holes nor base holes. Да? We see in the picture nothing of lily color, only inner surface of skin. We may say even that skin is finished by contour. We may even insist on this. Little bit with allowance yet to compensate our assembly errors of user. And what about this place? Last one by CFH. Skin has again allowance with BH as we have decided, but whether we have assembly holes or not. In this case, we have assembly holes, but now it comes about assembly holes exactly for stringers. 8 stringer, 4 assembly holes in each of them, and it means that in front of this skin, we suppose it to write what? Now we delete this amount of assembly holes. Yeah? So we have 32 assembly holes, diameter 3.1. What you see that different technique of assembling means different appearance of part before assembly. Next, what was next? No, let it be frame. No, stringer was the next here. No, stringer was next in diagram of assembly. Вот тут вот где-то была эта diagram of assembly. Вот она, да? Stringer is the next. Stringer is finished by contour and it has assembly holes. Finished by contour. Assembly holes. How many? In one stringer we have 4 assembly holes. Diameter 3.1 millimeters. Yeah? And skin, it was the only element here. One skin. Stringers, we have how many? How many? Hello, whom I talk to? To myself? Sylvan, how many
Yes.
stringers? How many stringers? Yes.
1, 2,
Eight.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stringers are there.
8 stringers. Yes. 8 stringers finished by contour. If we compare this 8 on 4 and this 32, it must coincide. Yes. And we see finished by contour, 4 assembly holes, altogether 8 stringers, so 32 assembly holes. Now, let's see what we have in the next case about stringers. Next case, when we locate stringers not by assembly holes. I forgot, we're supposed also to write pilot holes. No, I'm not appointing right now. That is pilot holes. So we have 8 stringers, which of them finished by contour, but not any assembly hole in stringer. You see. What about the case when we're working here? Yeah? When we first locate frame, next we locate stringers onto surface of locators, not to the skin. Again, stringer has no any assembly hole in this case. Yeah. And in this case, stringer has assembly holes again, and it means that here we inserting the same 8 stringers finished by contours. Each of them has 4 assembly holes, diameter 3.1. Clear? Your Highness,
Yes, Queen.
pay
Yes,
attention,
ma'am.
Irina. Like you understand the name His Highness is exactly referred to him. Да? So yes?
No, madam.
Oh, no, madam. Royal blood. Да? Blue blood. You
Ma'am,
know
it's
that royal
recording. Don't damage me.
I know that it's recording. No, if I say Your Highness, it's maybe addressed to Anna. Anna is absent again. She escaped. Your Highness, His Highness is only to you or to Alvaro. No? Ahmed is typically absent. Next, what is the next part? Green one, frame. The very first case. Look, the very first case when frames are located by CFH. Frames are finished by contour, да? And they are located to the skin by assembly holes. Each frame has 3 assembly holes. We have altogether 4 frames. Oh, sorry, it's wrong color. We need to use another color. 4 frames finished by contour, and each of them has 3 assembly holes, diameter 3.1 millimeter. If we count the amount together, the 12, 3, it's appeared 12, like it was here. Now, next technique when we are going to locate skin by inner contour to locator, stringers by contour to locator, but frames are, oh, what a surprise, frames are located by assembly holes. Okay, let's place it here. But the same story, seems like. Да? 4 frames, each of them finished by contour and has 3 assembly holes. And the last technique, is it the last? Oh, not last, it's the third technique only. Oh, what's the pity? Frames are the first, but do pay attention. Frames, neither frames nor stringers has no assembly holes. And frames has no any additional elements like a hinge or something like this. Yeah? So we copy here and delete assembly holes. And what is the next one? Next one, when frame is finished by contour and it has 2 CFH holes, diameter 5 or diameter 8. It might depend on the thickness of frame itself. No need to be, we insist that it comes about 4 frames. Yeah? 4 frames finished by contours. And they have 2 CFH, little bit diameter 8. Diameter 8, H7. It's accuracy of size. Wait, H7, sorry. Like this. And if you count like multiplication, for instance, the amount of stringers to amount of assembly holes must coincide with holes in the skin. Yeah? You see. When it comes about assembly holes, we're always talking about couples. Couple of holes means amount of holes in skin correspond to amount of holes in stringer or in stringer and frame or in frame. When it comes about CFH another holes or pins not in another assembly component. It's an assembly chip. CFH, BH, it means that you have locators in a chip. About knees. Knees is the best. It's our favorite element. Each time will be the same. 32 knees, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not. Finishing by contours. And each knee might have, no, let it be, it comes about, let it be comes about 4 guiding holes, no, pilot holes, да? Guiding hole, pilot holes, what is more convenient to you, how to call it. But during all the work, please use the same name. No, whether it comes about your bachelor work or it comes about this tasks. I propose you to use guiding holes in order this name PH, pilot hole, this abbreviation. Do not mix it up with pin holes, also PH. And in order to not like, provoke people to ask you additional questions, what is it, why you have pin holes? It's not pin holes, it's pilot holes. But in our literature, it's mostly called like guiding holes, directing holes for directing the drill. For guiding holes, diameter usually much less than diameter of rivet itself, and normally they are with diameter 2.6. When it comes about those things, each time in each technique, it was the same. Me, thank you, we love you, me. You are so simple. We are quite satisfied with your behavior. Like this. What else? Look, we have appointed guiding holes in me, but we haven't said how many pilot holes do we have in another element. Let's come back to the first case, very first case. Assembling by outer surface of skin. Look, how many do we have in, no, first we will talk about stringers. Yeah? How many holes do we have in stringer? Let's see the picture. Once we counted it, remind you, in a second I'll show you what we have counted here. Yeah? Look, all together we have decided that we are talking about 150 holes. Along one stringer, we have agreed that it comes about 150 holes. No, I hope you do remember how we counted. Now that we have 20, what is it? 80, 800 millimeters. Each 20 millimeters we have next rivet. 40 rivets, 40 rivets, 40 rivets. Considering those spaces, also we have additional rivets, and altogether it comes about 150 rivets along one stringer. Look at these 150 rivets now. Yeah? 4 of them are already taken with assembly holes. It means that here you have also additionally 150 minus 4. How many? 100. Не слышу.
46.
Thank you. 146 guiding holes, diameter 2.6 millimeter. Clear? Or you consider it's like a trick? Or it's clear?
Clear, madam.
Thank you. Let's come back to frame. In a frame, we have counted, we have 125 rivets altogether. If right now 3 of them are taken with 100, I already forgot the value, sorry, 125, да, 125. I was so concentrated on this motion inside the picture. Another color, 125, да, minus 3. How many? Thank you, much useful. 125 minus 3, how many?
122.
Thank you. Why you not reply me? Do something. It's your task, not mine. 122 guiding holes, diameter. Oh, sorry, I wrong. I wrong with diameter. 2.6 millimeter. Yeah? And that's it. We finished. You see, nothing, nothing to do at all. Now let's go to the other task. If once again, how many do we have here assembly holes within this blue color in stringer? No. How many pilot holes do we have? 150. Yeah? So it means that in this case, all the holes, they are pilot holes, guiding holes. Guiding holes, 150 guiding holes. Diameter, I should type it and save it in order to not type it each time. Like this. So altogether, yeah, 150 pilot holes, diameter 2.6. Now let's move to the frame. And as only we move to the frame, we understand we already know the answer. What is the answer? Look, 3 assembly holes. It means that here you have, yes, altogether is 125. Got it?
Yes, madam.
Very well. What about the next case? How many pilot holes do we have here? Look, 150, because no any assembly hole, no? And here instead 122, it's supposed to be 125. Let's change one value here. Actually, it's very simple and rather bothering. It's just like accounting work. It demands only accuracy and nothing else. Sorry, I delete not accurate, by the way. Seems like something with the point. No? I need to align it a little bit more. 125. All the holes for rivets, they are pilot holes, guiding holes, no review. Never taken that before. Так, what about the next one? Look. No, finish it by contour frame, да? Ой, what I did? Ёлки-палки. I changed it to correct one. How is disappearing? No, it's not disappearing. Так, sorry. What I have changed? Where I changed it? I'm just watching the wrong place. Look. Look. Now it's okay. I was scared a bit, you see. Да, last case, by the word one, it's yours again. In this case, what do we have? 4 assembly hole in each stringer. Let's try to recollect where we had it already. That one. Altogether, we have 150 holes in a stringer. 150 altogether. If 4 of them temporarily serving as pilot holes, сейчас, оно не влазит. Wait a second. Let's place them a little bit wider. If some of them Хорошо. Куда я это массирую, извините? О, Боже. Да. And no one remind me that it's wrong place. If 4 of them are taken with out of this 150 with assembly holes, it means that guiding holes you have 146. And when it comes about frame, to pay attention, these two CFH, they are not in riveting, they are not holes for riveting, they are even in another plane at all. And if we come back to those pictures that we have seen somewhere here, where we have seen it? That one, yeah? No, it must be too big already. Look, move. In order we may imagine where which holes are, let's add something in this picture. Where pilot holes? Pilot holes, they are in this place. In this place. In the rim, let it be, of frame. Pilot holes will be holes which will going to drill together with the skin for further riveting. And all together in one frame, as far as I remember yet, it's 125 these riveted holes, riveting holes, guided holes. Where CFH holes are, so they are even in another lane. They are in the empty place, like they are not in contact with any another part. Yeah? CFH holes hanging in the air practically. And what does it mean here? That these two CFH, you do not count them at all. They are not among those 124 that were 25 holes that we are talking about. And you have already here somewhere here with this pilot holes. Let's take it together with comma. Вот так. Comma we don't need. Let's clean it. That's it. Finish. What else I may add into these pictures? Again, maybe less spoiling the picture. The important elements of the jig are, wait a second, it's saving. What are important elements? In this case, contour, or this outer contour, maybe it's not visible. The outer contour of jig is the most important, and this BH, that's it. Jig has no another important elements, no? Outer contour and BH. When it comes about the next case, that one, we are important elements, the contour, outer contour of jig, and those cutouts, one side of these cutouts each time, it's important element. No, like if I draw it again, it's like collocating of stringers. In the third case, it was just and base holes somewhere. No? What about the third case? That one, very important element. Important element again is the surface of this locator. But in contrary to the very first case, no? Here it was theoretical outline. Here it was theoretical outline. In this case, it's equidistant to theoretical outline. Theoretical outline is somewhere here. Theoretical outline, and here we have locator of contour. It's like independent inside. What about the last case? Last case, what do we have as important elements? Those CFHs on imaging. System of holes, which are more probably aligned onto one axis imaging. Like how many such holes do we have? How many frames do we have? So many holes do we also have imaging. No, I finish explanation.